So in this module, I'm going to walk you through the options available to you when setting up a campaign, and I'll talk about the typical types of settings that we use when we set up campaigns, but also some of the other options that are available to you. So to set up a new campaign, I like to come to campaigns here, go to new campaign, and at this point, we haven't told it that it's YouTube or anything. We're first just picking the objective. We are direct response marketers, so we're not really doing brand awareness or anything like that. I know some people do that, but for us, we're always looking to either grab a lead or grab a sale right off the video. So if you chose, let's say, sales, then you choose what type of ad that you're going to run. So for YouTube, it would be video. Drive conversions is the objective. And these are going to be the type of ads that will stream, before someone's watching the video they went to watch. And I just pulled something up on YouTube here, and I'll just show you. I came to watch this. I tried to open this video. This is an in-stream ad. So I'm wanting to watch this video. Let's see here. Let me just play this. So this is an in-stream ad, which I can choose to skip, right? And you see this call to action there, everything. If I skip it, I'll go on watching this video. So I'm trying to watch this entrepreneur video. This guy here is, showing something that's about Amazon FBA training. So good targeting there. This is a companion banner, which we will talk about later. But I want to show you just quickly a couple different types of ads that are available. These are the ones that we run the most of. So someone's come to watch a certain video, and then they have an ad streaming here. And the person, after 5 seconds, can choose to skip it, or they can continue on. Now, the way that Google bills for these right now, if I do not click or make it past 30 seconds, then they do not charge me for that view, which I think is probably what makes YouTube ads so good. Because imagine if you're showing a video on Facebook, the person actually would have to choose to engage with it. I believe Facebook is going to charge you on a much earlier engagement metric. So when you do the ads, you're really trying to catch people's attention, qualify them in the ad, and Google's being very generous with this format, right? It's not just an ad a banner that you click on and boom, you're charged, or a search ad where as soon as you click and even if they bounce, you're charged. You're getting to do your pitch to get this person either interested, qualify them with sight, sound, emotion. That's what makes YouTube ads so good. And also, they don't have to take any actions to keep kind of getting sucked in to go down your funnel. Like if you're running, let's say, a banner ad to an advertorial, the person has to see the banner ad, they have to click it, they have to read through the advertorial, they have to be interested enough to actually click through. And then let's say they go, your funnel is then takes them to a VSL page. They would then have to engage with it and hit click to, turn the sound on and be playing the video. So the user's having to take a lot of actions. Here, it's more passive in that, even, compared to Facebook, they don't have to choose to hear it, to click anything. They're hearing this just like the radio, and you get to make your pitch, and you don't get charged unless you go past one of those metrics. So if I skip this, this guy's not going to get charged, right? And even if I do, right, if I choose to skip it, I could still go, okay, yeah, I wanted to hear what that guy was saying, so I can come click his banner right here. So it's giving you a banner. So it's giving you every chance possible to squeeze some value out of this. So that is an in-stream ad, and that ties back, to what we are selecting here. And that's what we will go through on the campaign build because that's going to be your most common. If you want to do other type of ads, like this ad right here is called a discovery ad. So it says ad, but it is served in a different way. The metrics are usually completely different. I've only done these a little bit, have not really had much success with them. Then again, I haven't tested them a lot. So let's go back. If you want to run a discovery ad, you cannot choose any of these objectives. You have to go without one. Now look how this comes out differently. Now I get options for other types of targeting or other types of ads, non-skippable, things like that. Ad sequence. This is where you can tell YouTube to show your ads in a sequence, which can be good to use for retargeting. But you have to follow this path to actually make that an option. But just briefly, just so you see it's there, I don't feel like I need to get too in depth. You just need to know this is here. Let's see. Custom video campaign. So it tells you bumper ads, video discovery ads. You would come here, you would choose that. And the reason I wanted to pull this up is because I just wanted to use this guy's video to be my ad. Right, so you could make this a video discovery ad. And there you see it's going to show up right there in feeds and stuff like that. And you can, maybe get rid of it there on the display network. It's going to show up in related ads. I'm not going to go into depth on this because this is just something you would have to test, but you're going to pay every time someone clicks. So if I clicked on this fellow's ad here, sorry, I'm going to click your ad. So he just paid right there. That just cost him money. You do not have any calls to action or anything like that. You don't have the banner. It basically just brought you to the watch page. So if you are doing something like this is a 20-minute video, almost like a VSL. So this could be a feasible strategy, right? Maybe he's getting found organically as well, and he's just wanting to amp that up. But here you actually would have to make your call to action to look down in the description below, which people are used to doing that on organic anyways. So if you have something that is organic, that is just crushing it for you, that people are finding, you might want to add fuel to the fire. So this could be a valid strategy. I just, have never really had the need to use it. I have had organic videos do very well. Like I shot a video about a standing desk that I bought. I don't have it live anymore, but actually got $13,000 worth of credit by giving out these $25 discount codes. And it was all organic views. And we've outfitted our whole office in standing desks, and that was organic. So that's just to say that if you had something, that you thought could crush it on that type of format, and you had the right calls to action, this may work. I just wanted you to be aware because it is a format that exists. It's more like trying to get more clicks in the same way you would organically versus the in-stream ad. You're just kind of forcing people to either watch or skip. So let's jump back over here. I'm not going to do any more here. This is just, you're going to write in your headline, things like that, and do your creative that way. And you're going to see a preview of what it looks like over there. And that's how you would do that type of ad. Again, it doesn't hurt to come in here and just experiment because you can always cancel, and you're not going to create a bunch of useless campaigns or anything that will, dirty your account up and make it messy. So let's go through the typical type of campaign that most of us will use. So let's see, we will do video campaign. Objective is just driving conversions. And we'll click continue. And I want to walk through the settings that I use. So this is a question that comes up a lot, and we will talk about bidding. So you have two options here: maximize conversions, where Google is, let's see if they, yeah, they give you, Google's pretty good about giving you the information. Google automatically sets bids to help you get the most conversions within your budget. Tells you about target CPA here. Target CPA is all we use now. That is what has worked the best for me. I've tried other methodologies like maximum cost per view. It's never worked out. But I could take an account and brand new account, have never run any ads from it before, anything like that, and start off on target CPA. And Google should serve the ads. Like I've said in other modules, there can be a problem sometimes with Google for whatever reason not serving your ads. And to me, it almost just seems like a glitch. That is why sometimes we have done cost per view campaigns, but we've never had success with that. That's never worked. They've always been terrible for us. So I always like to start with target CPA. And let's say we're trying to sell something for $100. Then that's what I would put in here, right? Or let me give another example. Let's say I'm trying to get $5 leads, right? I'm doing if this was a lead gen campaign, I'm trying to get $5 leads. Well, sometimes Google may not want to serve these just because maybe it's crunching some existing data and going, oh, that's not enough. Even right here, it's telling me in this account, it's kind of suggesting what to bid. Let's say that my goal is $5. Well, we've had campaigns set much higher. We've bid $20 a lead. It does not mean that that's what it's going to cost. We've still been able to get, $5, $4, $3 leads based on this. So instead of trying to choose a method of like a CPV, which I've used only when we're desperate to get the account to serving, I would just keep bumping up the target CPA until I can get it to serve, because target CPA is all that's ever worked for me on a performance basis. This is where you're going to set your budget. You can do daily or campaign total. I usually do daily. Networks. This one is an important one to me. I do not like serving ads on the video partners on the display network. I just had someone ask me about this the other day. He was collecting leads that were converting on these app placements, but he felt like they were very low quality leads, and they probably were. I like to serve ads on YouTube videos. What I like about YouTube videos is Google controls that platform. Google owns YouTube. When you get off on other, like the display network, what that is third-party apps and websites where, Bob Jones, let's call him Bob Jones, has a website and he's hosting display ads, or he has an app and he's hosting these video ads on his website, on his apps. And Google splits that revenue with the website owner. What is harder about these third-party placements is they can have really low quality traffic. For some people, maybe it's worth trying to mine for that gold, but it is easier for any of you who've run, Facebook ads. Think of it like it's the Facebook feed. Facebook controls that. They go to great lengths to keep it high quality. That's why they're always booting people off of there. They have all these rules just to keep the feed a very good experience. So that's why I like to serve ads just on YouTube, and there should be plenty of inventory on there. I look at traffic like I'm going for the lowest hanging fruit, and there may be some fruit at the top of the tree, but I'm not going to bypass lower hanging fruit to climb to the top of the tree until I've gotten everything off the bottom of the tree. That's the way I look at that. You're going to set your country. You can add the language if you want. Sometimes I don't even bother with that. US, English. I've worked with people who have done Spanish speaking markets in the US, so you may have a reason to do that. This is where you choose the inventory. So it's really, this is all about branded protection, that maybe certain brands don't want their ads shown across in front of certain types of content. Some people are highly sensitive to that. We're direct response marketers. We don't care about that so much. I try to open up the inventory as much as possible. That's up to you. You can compare and get more details on it here. Again, you may be picky about some of these things, right? So this is up to you here. I like to have as much inventory available as possible, and I will untick this because maybe this is a new video that hasn't been labeled yet, but from someone who gets a lot of views. So I like to be wide open. We'll get to this on the next module where I actually go into creating the ad. This is where you're going to choose your conversion settings. So you've got all these conversions. You can either include every conversion, or you would actually come here and you would select one of the conversion actions, like maybe you've got a lead pixel, a sales pixel, things like that. So Google did not used to have this. It was very frustrating. Trying to catch up to Facebook. Choose which devices you want to target. I usually get rid of TVs. More selections. I usually don't mess with these. Frequency capping. A lot of times people ask questions there. Sometimes I use this, sometimes not. A lot of times I don't even bother with this. Sometimes we'll set 3 to 5. So all be up to you. You can set an ad schedule. I have not heavily delved into this. I know John Belcher started using this heavily. I'm going to look into this more because a lot of times I notice that overnight we get really good conversions, and in the daytime they get more expensive. So you may be able to save a campaign by, targeting settings that are not quite where you want them to be, and you've done everything you can do. You may start day parting. Here's where you can do that. You don't have to do it right now. You can always come back and add that later. Here is where you're going to name your ad group. And we'll have a module where we'll talk about campaign structure. But let's say my campaign is going to have 4 ad groups. I'm going to create one of those ad groups right now. Let's say it's going to be male 45 to 54. That would just be one ad group. I would create that now, and then I would come back into the campaign and add my other 3 ad groups after creating this first one. So that's where you would create your first one. We've already been through targeting. Here's where you're going to choose what you want to target, right? Usually for me, it's going to be a mixture of demographics because these guys do not convert well for me. Male and female can both convert for me. Then, choosing the audience, or if you're going to do keywords, right? And then the next thing is simply creating your ad. And we'll do another module where we actually get a little bit more into the creative, where we'll cover the site links. I want to dedicate a module just to setting up the creative, but this is where you would actually create the ad. If you're just trying to create your settings and you do not want to make the ad right away, oops, do that. You could skip the ad creation if you want. Sometimes I do that and I come back later. Like if I just need to get my campaign shell created, I'll come back and add the ad later. But those are the typical settings I walk through. You may have a lot of questions in your mind. Your niche and your targeting may be very different than mine. So things could be different, but what's going to happen as you get deeper into YouTube, you're going to try things. A lot of things may not work. You're going to learn from that and go, okay, that doesn't work. That age demographic, the data is showing that it's very expensive. That audience doesn't work. So you're gonna try things, and the more you do, the more you're going to narrow away what doesn't work, and find what does work. But then you'll start to adapt things that work for you. All right, I'll see you in the next module.